Okay. Huh?
Today, I will be talking about my pandemic experience because I want to and I can. So, I was a little tiny kid back then. I remember finding out about it during school, like I was just sitting there and all of a sudden a student started to talk about it to the teacher. Young me was like, okay. I did not really care. I just didn't even knew it would get that serious, but then we hit the lockdown, which was honestly not that bad. I mean, I was pretty much just chilling at home watching YouTube because I did not have any online lessons or something. Teachers just sent us exercises to do through my mom's email, which we had to send back when we finished them. Like, I had a whole day off, and in my opinion, it was good. Maybe I was not really able to learn properly because they did not really teach it to us. They just gave us exercises that we needed to do. But to be honest, I was in the middle of the 6th grade where I anyways did not really learn anything useful for my life. So yeah, I did my exercises of course and sent them back because I'm a good student. But yeah, I think we started to regularly go back to school at the beginning of my 7th grade. And we of course had some new rules. Like, we had to wear masks, the windows had to be open at all time, we had to wash our hands after every break, and we had to take the virus tests every morning, if you know what I mean. Though none of those rules really bothered me. Like, I was not one of those kids who had a problem to keep their mask on their nose, and trust me, those people were overreacting so much. Like, the heck you mean you can't breathe through that? I literally remember a kid who was sent home because he refused to put his mask on properly. Like, just keep your mask on and stop bothering the teacher who had to tell you to put it on every single time. When it comes to the other rules, they were understandable and good that they existed. But the window rule made the classrooms so cold that we were basically freezing there, which was not the best feeling. The washing hands rule took just some time because we had only one sink for 25 students, but washing hands did not bother me. Maybe I did not back then, but in the 9th grade I started to wash my hands after every lesson by myself. And when it comes to taking the test to see if you have the virus or not, it was just uncomfortable because you had to put a Q-tip deep in your nose. But it is what it is, I guess. But yeah, in the middle of the 7th grade, we had a lockdown again. But this time it was right before my family moved to another house. So it was cool to have a break during that time. And now we also had a school website where every student had his own account. So we got all our tasks there, which meant that I was responsible for my own tasks without my mother checking if I did them. We got tasks to do again, but this time some teachers decided to do some online lessons, which was not so cool of them. But yeah, I did most of my exercises, except for those that I couldn't because I didn't know how to do them. But I remember one story though. At our school website where we got our exercises, we had a separate folder for every subject, and on every subject, on or every task that we got, we had a send results back button. But I did not have it on the religion folder. Like, I don't know why, but I just did not have it. So I did not send anything back. But I did the tasks. I did it. And one day, a random number calls me. So I picked up and my teacher called telling me that I did not send my religion tasks back. Because the teacher thought that he was talking with my mom, but he was not. Because my mother gave me her old phone and did not change her phone number at school or on my phone that I got from her. So yeah, I picked up and was like, yeah, and just sent the tasks that I did to her privately, because at our school website we had our own accounts and we were able to text our teachers if we needed anything. And when it comes to the online lessons, only my English teacher did it at freaking 8 a.m. which is ridiculous, because why so early? But yeah, I was one of 9 people who actually attended it. Was not worth it, but it's fine.
Except for the fact that my teacher picked random students to answer the questions, which is ridiculous because what if I don't know the answer?
Outside of school, many places were closed, but I anyways never left the house, so I couldn't care less. Then school started again. It was the 8th grade and the rules stayed except the washing hands rule. Oh, and we also got a new rule where they made us put our names on a list when we went to the bathroom, every time we went to the bathroom. But I anyways don't go to the school bathroom. I think you might know why. But enough of that. One day while taking the virus test, I got a positive result, which was not good. So I started to panic from the inside. When we had to show our teachers the results from our test, I showed it and she told me to go to the office with one of my classmates. But of course, silly me started to cry. So when we were at the school office, they sent that girl away, told me to not feel scared and that everything will be fine. But the problem is, I was not crying because I felt scared or something. I cried because I'm a crybaby who always cries in situations like that. I don't even know why I started to cry, but I know that it was not because I'm scared. The thing that is funny though is that I had to wait for my mom to pick me up. She came, but she had to wait in front of the school building because they would not let her in. Which makes sense because there is a chance that she might also have the virus. If not for the fact that my two brothers still had to be at school. And I mean, they took the test and of course their result was negative. But even my classmates came up to my brother who was in the same grade as me, just in a different class, why he did not have to go home. So it makes sense, but not really in my opinion. But yeah, then we had to go to the doctor and take a professional test. And it was positive, which means that we were sick, so yeah. But it was not all that bad. Like, I literally was just chilling at home with no homework or anything. Maybe for like 2 days I kind of felt sick, but for the rest of those 2 weeks I was just chilling. Maybe I wasn't really feeling good, but I also did not really feel bad either. Though it doesn't mean that the virus is not dangerous, of course. Like, my mother's boyfriend was in the hospital for months because of it. But who cares about him? And I'm not sure, but I think my two brothers who lived literally next to the building from ours did buy us groceries. But I'm not sure though. Something that was kinda ridiculous is the fact that the police who had to check if we were actually at home during our 2 weeks of lockdown did not really check on us. Like, they just called my mother, asked if we were at home. My mother said yes, and they did not even check it. Like, I think they should actually check it if everyone is actually at home, but that's just my opinion. But whatever, I had to go back to school after those weeks, and I literally came exactly when they were writing the German exam. I had to rewrite the test though. But of course, I had like 2 more weeks to write it because the teacher needed to teach me what it was about, you know? Like, I did not get any homework at home, so yeah. But that was the only exam I had to rewrite, so I can't complain. In the 9th grade, we had no more really rules when it comes to the virus, so nice. But something that also kind of sucked was the fact that after all that, we had to get vaccinated, where the doctor used needles. I don't like needles. Like, I don't need to be held to take the needle. But while she was getting closer to me with that needle, I had an inside panic heart attack. And it never hurt. I was just telling myself that it was going to hurt. But it just felt weird and not pleasant. But it doesn't change the fact that I still am scared of needles. Something that I also remember is that after the lockdown at our school, the principal or some teacher, I don't know, hung up paper in our biology classroom. On the paper it said, "Be like Kakashi, wear a mask," with a Kakashi picture. That was actually creative and pretty cool, especially because in my school Naruto was pretty popular at that time. So that was cool of them, though I never watched Naruto because it's kind of too long for me. Hello again, I hope the video idea was not boring or anything, but I kind of felt like doing a video like that. Something that I did not really say in the video is the fact that the lockdown kind of had an impact on me. Like, I became much more shy than I already was, which was not really good at all. But there ain't anything I could have done about it, so yeah. I hope it was a better experience for you. If you have any experiences that you would like to share, you can share them in the comments because I will gladly read them. I love reading comments from you guys. And yeah, that's all for today. Bye bye!